To me, it's very important to find ways of engaging positively in politics. And one of the best ways of learning about politics is not just to study your own culture, but also to compare experiences with others outside. PAYCE connects students from 4 U.S. universities with students from 2 Palestinian universities.
PAYCE stands for Palestinian American Youth Civic Engagement, and virtual exchange was integrated into every part of the PAYCE project. Classrooms were paired together, one in Palestine and one in the United States, and they would have meaningful conversations, classroom to classroom, about important issues around young adult political and civic engagement that were particular to the work that each classroom was doing at the university where they were at.
We live in a very interesting age where the world is not that separated. Like, we can know what's happening in China today and we can know what's happening in Palestine today, but with the existing media that is influenced by governments, we don't necessarily know the right information about what's happening right now in certain places. So knowing people and having this direct contact or these direct connections are very important to get the right information or to get different perspectives to the same story.
One of the exciting products that will come out of it is that students are working on creating podcasts about civic engagement, and they'll work both within their own communities and shared across the Atlantic.
This program aims at creating leaders. We are giving them a possibility of just widening their eyes on global issues.
We really care, and not only because we want to listen so that you finish what you're saying so that I can keep on talking whatever I want to say. Like, we want to listen because we really want to listen.
People think about, oh, political change, what am I going to do? I can't change the system, but you kind of can if you start with yourself.
I think storytelling is the best way to bridge the communication between people from different backgrounds.
Storytelling is very special because it lets you learn a person's perspective and their history from them directly. And through stories, we can humanize different elements, humanize different situations to make people actually care about them.
These fellows are developing leadership capacity and ability to communicate cross-culturally themselves, and they're also gathering inspiration from the stories that they've been hearing to reflect back on how they can make a difference in their own communities.
Not everyone can travel to the other side of the world and meet people firsthand and hear their stories, but by collecting stories, by sharing them with other people, and then by listening to others' stories, I think that we will all be able to develop deep understanding.
The podcast collection, the PAYCE Stories series, served to give case studies that then classrooms in both of the national contexts could come together and discuss through the virtual exchange.
I personally didn't feel very optimistic about politics. I didn't feel like my voice mattered so much, and hearing other people's stories of how they became involved in politics and the changes that they've made and the hopes that they have, that is, I think, the biggest thing that's pushing me to think I can use my voice to make some positive change in the world.
The opportunity for the program came in funding from the Aspen Institute Stevens Initiative, which is a tribute to Ambassador Christopher Stevens and is designed to provide the points of connection between the Arab world and the American world.